Hey mate, I've heard you've been having real sore feet. So here are 3 ways to give you some much needed relief. Hey mate, so in this video we're going to go through 3 ways to give you some relief for those sore feet. There could be a million different reasons why you've got sore feet, but here are 3 ways that are really going to help you out. The first one I'm going through is using a stick to massage the bottom of your feet, the plantar fascia. And then also we're going to get stuck into those feet using a ball, a tennis ball, or a lacrosse ball, something like that. And then lastly, to finish it off, we're gonna start looking at the calves. So we can't just be focusing on the feet the whole time. We're going through these 3 things. I hope they help you out. I know they will. So let's get stuck into them. Okay, so for this first one, all you'll need is a dowel, a stick. This is PVC pipe, or even using a broom is going to work fine for this. So we're going to drop the stick on the floor like so, and we're just going to start stepping on the stick. So, all right, I hope you like feet. Here's a good close-up of mine. So what we want to avoid when doing this one is that we're not stamping on the bony part of our feet, okay? So if you look here, this is actually going to be quite painful if I'm stepping around this kind of area. You want to go more towards the ball of your foot, or just beyond where the bony bits start to finish, and you get into more of the fleshy part of your foot, okay, where your arches start to form. So I would say start about here, just beyond the knuckle of your foot. And what you're doing is you're just going to start to creep forward slowly, like so, and you'll start to get really sore towards the end here, probably because you're putting the most pressure towards the heel there too. And we don't want to creep up onto the heel, because that's really just going to feel like the bony part of your foot, okay? So you want to just stop just before you get to the bony parts, okay? So just hovering, going forwards and backwards, nice and slow. Just getting the meaty part of your foot. And just try with one foot. You can step down, put pressure down, and then take your pressure off, and then step forward, press down, take the pressure off, okay? You can even find a sore spot like this, and then start to move left and move right with the foot. So I'm putting the pressure on the outer, and now I'm putting the pressure on the inner part of my foot, okay? We can even press down here and flex our toes to the floor, and then flex them all the way up, okay? So going towards that way, up and down. But the most bang for buck that you'll get is just gently creeping your way forwards and backwards, just like so. Just make sure to take it easy. Okay, then for this next one, could be a bit more intense for you depending on, which places you are sore. So this using the stick gets a bit of a broad range. It's not really hitting individual spots as much as it can with a ball like this. You can really hit some real hard trigger points, especially in your arch, which we'll find out as we progress through this one. So what I'll do is, if we get a close-up of my feet, okay, there we go. So what you'll do is you can grab a lacrosse ball like I've got here, or I strongly suggest you starting off with a tennis ball if you haven't done this before. So what you'll do is you can start off by just doing the regular thing that people will do, is just rolling your feet forwards and backwards like so. And I mean, really, we're just using this to kind of see where there are any real sore spots. If you've done the stick before this one, you probably already know, okay? You'll most likely be sore more so around the arches here, okay, like I am. But everyone is different. So what you'll do is we can roll up. You might find a bit of a sore spot. So you can press down on the ball of your foot and go left to right with the ball. So going left to right like that. Okay. Going left to right. And we can section our foot into different sections. So we can do the top half, we can do the middle half, and then we can do the back half here like that. So we can even go to the back half, and then just going left to right like that, okay? So hitting across the fibers there. Okay, just pivoting on the floor like so. Okay, the other way we can do is we can press down and actually twist into the floor. So this usually works a little bit better with a tennis ball, and it comes like a bit of a scrubbing action. Okay, it depends if you're on carpet or something like that. But what you can do is you just kind of scrubbing the skin, moving the skin around, or moving the fascia around. Okay. Okay, just further desensitizing that foot. So you can go left to right, like a bit of a pivot on there. Then the next few gets a bit more intense. So you'll press down on a sore spot, like we did with the stick. Press down, flex your toes down, and then flex your toes all the way up, okay? So you can do a bunch of reps with these. You most likely get the most bang for buck out of this one right here, okay? So what you can do is do that on just little spots on your foot. So say if you've got a spot here on your arches, you do that same thing. So you're flexing down and then flexing up, okay? Or if you've got a spot more so down there, you can press down, flexing hard, and then flexing up, okay? So just pick out a few that help you out the most. Spend a couple of minutes, say 5 to 10 minutes, just working on that and see if it helps you out. We've had plenty of time to massage the feet to get rid of the soreness, but once we've got the most we can out of our feet, we have to look at some of the other body parts nearby that could be causing the pain or the soreness in your feet. So the calf are quite close by, so it would be silly not to look at them. So we're going to show you a great little calf trigger point release using a ball or a tennis ball. I've got a lacrosse ball here, so I strongly suggest that you start off with a tennis ball if you haven't done this before, okay? We can actually raise our calf a bit higher to make this a little bit more intense. It's completely optional, but today I'm going to raise it just to show you what it's like. So what you can do is you can get some books, or I've got this little foam pad thing that's useful from Trigger Point. I can pop it here, pop the ball on there so that it raises my calf so I can put more weight on there, okay? So it's really, really useful, okay? So what we'll do is we can go forwards and backs like this, which is what people normally do. But what we want to do is actually put the other foot on top, okay? So we can add a bit of weight and really push down on those sensitive areas. So then we can start to bend the knee and push the knee forward. If you're doing this off the floor, you can probably scoot forwards and backs on your butt. Otherwise, you can bend your knee like so, okay? So we're just going forward and back like that. So just kind of working into those areas, just seeing what's going on. And don't be afraid to go on different areas of your cast, on the outer side, on the inner. It's really up to you where the most painful spots are. Usually the most painful spots are going to give you the most relief, okay? So watch out for those. So we'll go forwards and back. Otherwise, then we can go left to right a little bit. Then we can start to hit those other sides. I've been running a lot recently, so I'm actually feeling quite sore in these spots here. So this is very useful for me. Okay, so once we've found a bit of a sore spot, mine I felt was a little bit sore on the outer there. We can press down with our foot, and then we start to do some active release techniques. So we can point our toe, and then point our toe towards our nose, okay? So just going forwards and back. It's really up to you how many times you can do this. You know, I'd recommend at least doing it 5 to 10 times. So going forwards and back, like so. Okay, then the other way, we can point our toe, we do some circles. Big, nice and open circles. So that way I don't really feel it as much. And then we go the other way. Whereas around that way tends to give me a bit more. So I would focus on the active releases that tend to cause the most pain / relief, okay? But you don't want to keep going with these if it's feeling like a 9 out of 10. They should feel like about under a 5 all the time, okay? So going forwards around that kind of area, like so, okay? Make sure to pay attention if one side is sorer than the other, so you know which one to focus on. That goes also with the feet. If you've got one foot that's sorer than the other, just make sure to spend a few more minutes on that side, as that might be more of the problem side. Otherwise, just make sure to note which ones work the most and which ones work the least, okay? You might just get one thing out of all of these, one that works, so just focus on that. Thanks so much for watching. I hope those 3 ways to relieve your sore feet really help you out. You'll be really surprised just by getting a ball or a stick stuck into them, or even just releasing a muscle nearby like your calf can actually help you so much with pain or soreness in a muscle nearby. So do try all of 3 of these. Make sure to focus on the ones that give you the most relief. This should help you out in the short term. However, if you keep getting sore feet for a long term, I would strongly suggest to get checked out. Visit your local professional to see who can, if they can help you out, so you don't have to spend all this time doing all this release work. This stuff is mainly just to give you temporary relief while you sort out the actual issue of why you're getting sore feet in the first place, okay? If you're looking to return to the gym, but things like your sore feet are holding you back, I've got a guide for you called the 7 Lifts to Bulletproof Your Body After Injury. So I'm going to drop that down in the description box down below. So give that a click, pop your email in there, and that'll get sent straight through to you. Otherwise, if you want to see more videos just like this, please make sure to click on the subscribe button in that corner there. There it is right there. Give me a thumbs up. That really helps me out so more people who have sore feet see this video. Otherwise, my name is Adam, and I help you return to the gym and stay there.